Okay, so last episode we learned that essential workers, they are hard at work to help us provide with the things that we need to survive. Now, what we don't know is what happened to the workers who weren't essential workers. They were just working to make a living. How are they doing? How long have they lost their jobs? And when will they get back to their jobs? Today, we'll find out. Thank you. This is Gali. She had a job before this whole pandemic, and she was let go.
Alright, hi, my name is Yvonne. I am a Hooters girl, and I graduated.
Alright, anyways, so you don't work at Hooters right now, correct?
Correct. It is closed down, and we were laid off a couple weeks ago.
Alright, how does that make you feel, like, due to this, like, pandemic, like, you lost your job?
I mean, I feel like as a 19-year-old with very little responsibilities, I'm not very feeling it to the extent I should. I have been able to pay my bills thanks to the stimulus check plus my savings. But otherwise, I haven't really been... I mean, it's kind of sad because I love my job and I miss working, but I understand that it has to close down so that people can stay sanitized and not exposed to the virus.
Has anyone in your family been affected to this pandemic?
No, my dad's still working. He works in construction, and he's still getting a lot of jobs. My mom was working at McDonald's, but she had already quit before the pandemic. We usually just stay inside. My dad is very concerned for our safety, so we're not allowed out without our face masks. We do have face masks, both disposable ones and cloth ones that we have to wear when we're leaving the house.
Oh, okay, so your family is taking extra precaution in case you have to leave the house in case for emergencies, correct?
Yes, because we tend to go to the grocery a lot because there's 8 of us in the house. So we tend to have to go frequently, so we can't leave without the face mask on.
Okay, that's very smart, and, you know, like, considering your safety, no one wants to get sick. Because if one person gets sick...
Everyone gets sick.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part about this whole pandemic and this virus, because it's just like the flu. Say someone has the flu and they don't know it's corona. Next thing you know, everyone's infected and they don't even know it's the corona.
Yeah, it's very contagious. It spreads very quickly. And it's contagious for up to 40 days. So even if you don't feel sick anymore, you could still be spreading it.
Yeah. And how was your life before the pandemic? Like, were you happy? Were you having fun like any teenager would be?
I used to go clubbing a lot. I don't want to say a lot. Maybe every other weekend. Once or twice a month. I went to the movies quite often. Very big DC fan, so, you know, as soon as Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey came out, I was out and about. Again, I was working, and with work, you have a lot of people coming in and out, a lot of people you see daily, a lot of people you've never seen. So I was very interactive, very social, and now it's kind of like, I'm very introverted, so now the difference is I'm not allowed to really talk to people the way that in person it would be.
Did you have a birthday during this whole pandemic?
I did. My birthday's on April 11th. And
You don't have to share you don't have to share this information.
No, it's okay. It's just a day. It's not, you know, the year, the place. My birthday was on April 11th. I couldn't go out or do anything, which my family felt bad for me because as a 19-year-old, you really don't want to be in the house, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they made me some ribs because that's my favorite food. Put candles on it because I don't like cake. And yeah, so they tried and made my birthday special. It was only the 8 of us, so it was still very just the inside of our family. We didn't bring any like cousins, any tias, nothing. It was just us. So it was kind of a very small celebration for my birthday.
Are you saddened that you couldn't do anything big for your birthday or leave the house?
I mean, it is kind of sad, just that I wasn't I had plans for this year, but it was nice. Like, I'm not extremely sad about it. It was actually pretty nice and kind of made me realize that no matter what happens, I have my family around me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that bad. It's not as bad to be separated with no one. Like, there's some people that are locked down with only themselves in their apartment or house. Okay, let's go.
All right, thank you so much for letting me interview you. Thank you for answering the phone and answering my questions.
Of course, and
This right here is Ashley. Before all this pandemic stuff, she worked at the mall at the food court. She was let go for about a month, and now she's starting to work back there again once they reopen the mall with certain restrictions.
My name is Ashley, and I work at the Fox Mall, Gyros and Wings, and I'm in the 11th grade.
Why?
I don't know, because I guess Texas is reopening, and so they're opening all the malls.
You don't think that this is a reckless move on the governor's part where he might accidentally increase cases?
Yeah, low-key, yeah.
But are you afraid?
Even if they do limit people, it's still gonna... Huh?
Are you afraid that you might catch it?
No.
Why so? Or why not?
I don't know, because I just heard that it affects older people and just people with weaker immune system.
Well, it's also like young people are getting affected too, and there's even new symptoms for younger people, to rashes, to headaches, to all those sorts of things.
Well, then, yeah, I mean, I'm just scared.
But do you think it's a good thing that you're getting your job back?
Well, yeah, because I needed the money.
Did you file for unemployment?
No. And I couldn't.
You couldn't?
Even if I wanted to. Because it would take forever.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Alright. And is there any concerns that you have due to this? Like, have you gone out since, like, they say stay at home?
I mean, yeah, for the most part, I haven't gone out, and it sucks.
Like, have you gone, like, but you've gone out, right?
I mean, yeah, just for the store, though, that's the thing.
This is Jenny. Before the pandemic, she worked at a dental office.
My name is Jenny. I'm a junior at Sam Houston High School, and I used to work at a dental office as a dental assistant.
Do you still work there as a dental assistant?
No, I got laid off.
Was it due to the coronavirus?
Yeah, sadly.
How do you feel about being laid off?
It kind of sucks because I used to buy my own things and, like, not really worry about, like, I'm wasting money. I used to be able, well, I guess I was saving up for a car, but now since I've gotten laid off, I can't really do that anymore, and I have to watch what I get and necessities for the family and such.
Alright, does your money go towards your family, like as in like rent, like pay your own bills and stuff like that?
Yes, once I started working as a dental assistant, I used to help my dad pay for the light and the phone bill, but as of right now, my dad is the only one working, so I really can't be helping him out much, but I try.
Are you concerned that your family might not be able to pay the bills one day?
No, not really. My dad is the only one working right now, but I consider our family to be stable.
And do you miss your job? Do you miss working at all?
I do, honestly. Some of the patients I've had were really concerned about all this going on, and although some of the patients were a pain in the neck, I miss my coworkers, I miss the patients I've had, I miss my doctors, so yeah, I do miss my job.
Alright. Do you think you'll be able to get your job back soon? Because when only Texas is going to technically reopen for businesses, but do you think that you might get your job back?
Yes, actually, I just received a call today that we have a meeting tomorrow and that we are opening next week.
Are you concerned that you might catch the coronavirus once you go back to work?
Honestly, no. I'm pretty aware of how everything is, like, supposed to function, I guess. Us as dental assistants, we have to keep, like, everything sanitary, and we use PPE for obvious reasons, and yeah, I'm not really worried.
Is there any other concerns like that's happening right now that's like concerning you? Well,
the riots that people are doing instead of staying in quarantine, they really want to go out and just do stuff. I guess they're tired of staying home. They don't know what problems or danger they're going to be in if they don't stay home. So yeah, that's a problem. I feel like it is.
Do you think this whole quarantine thing, do you think that it is absolutely necessary to help fight the coronavirus?
I wouldn't say it's absolutely necessary, but I do think it's helping us get a lower number of people getting the virus.
All right. And in your final days of working at the dentist office, like, how was it like? Because, like, you know, like, you're working, you're like, oh, I hope this coronavirus doesn't, like, stop us from working.
Before the coronavirus, we heard things about it, so we were limiting our usage of masks. We would at least try to use one per day, and we weren't really scared about it until the president or the higher ups of our dental industry were Zooming us, and we would have meetings all the time, and it kind of sucked throughout the times. But before that, we were functioning as a normal dental office, and that's pretty much it.
All right. And how are you feeling, like, being in quarantine? Like, is there, like, a change in emotions, like, throughout this whole experience? Or are you just like, it's happening and we have to deal with it. I'm fine.
It sucks being at home because I'm not used to being at home all the time. But, I mean, I feel like it's something that we have to do as, like, a community to stay safe. And it really doesn't affect me in any way. So, I'm chilling.
So what we learned is that they lost their jobs to this pandemic, and some of them are actually doing okay, and some of them are actually going back to work, which raises many concerns. But if they're fine with it, they're gonna go back to work. Now, hopefully, they'll be fine and they won't catch a thing. They won't spread no one. Now, the next is people who used to have an active social life, and now they don't. Tune in with me in the next episode. I'll see you there.